it's sweet. It's on sight, yeah. Nothing nice.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Indiana Pacers.
The crowd has assembled in Indianapolis, Indiana, looking for a Pacers win today. And we've got it for you right here on 2K Sports. Here we go. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Last game for the Pacers, they pick up the W against the Trailblazers in Portland. And they pulled off a three-point win in that one. Too close for comfort, but they'll take it.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was almost robotic, Greg, in this one. They filtered out all the noise and came in razor-sharp precision on the offensive end. All
fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, you've got Beasley. Evans out there with Mills. Then it's Gortat, and it's Anthony in at the small forward. Now here's Anthony, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Here's Beasley over Davis, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Davis. Hey, Brent, the season winding down, and teams are looking at playoff slotting. Have you ever, though, been a part of a team that suffered a late season collapse?
I don't think the teams that I was on, Kevin, and fortunate to be on, that had expectations to go deep into the playoffs or maybe eventually participate in the finals ever had that kind of breakdown. But in Seattle in 2003, a team led by Gary Payton, I know we had an opportunity to get in, to sneak in maybe to the 8th slot. We struggled with inconsistency all year long. I don't know how big the meltdown was, but disappointing for that talented of a team to not have an opportunity to participate in the postseason.
I'm sure. Here's Anthony, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Hills with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point range, it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Murray outside. Passes to Brogdon. To the inside, Tatum. Anthony with the block.
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Here's Mills. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Nate McMillan. The thing that jumps out of him the most about the team they're playing is the speed. He said we've got to hustle back on defense every time. This team loves to run, and we've got to run with them. I expect a back-and-forth pace tonight, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Now here's Anthony, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Over Tatum. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I'd just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Golden State. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And this one of the few opponents who really stuck it to them during what was an otherwise excellent season for them. You're right, they've got to have revenge on their minds tonight.
Here's Evans, following the score by Jamal Murray. And there's the pass to Anthony. Over Tatum. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And Melo operating in the mid-range, he does such a great job of finding open areas out there where he knows he can dominate.
56 seconds left here in the first quarter. Brogdon finds Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley. The The Pacers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Pass to Davis. Over Beasley. And it's Davis missing.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Warriors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
There's 14 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Murray surveying the D. Left side, Davis. Over Beasley. That's good from Davis on the assist by Murray.
That's a pretty good job of AD. Being patient, handling the pressure. So whether it's the post or facing up, he's going to do damage.
It's a tie. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Gortat is out there with Beasley. Then there's Tyreke Evans. Then it's Anthony. And it's Mills in at the point guard position. And Allen with the block. Now Tatum. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Last season, Brent, the addition of 2-way contracts. Does that make developing players in the G League even more valuable than it was before?
I believe last year, Kevin, that almost 50% of the players in the league, and it might have been a smidge more, had some kind of G League experience.
It's terrific.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes.
We're almost close to the 30 for 30 affiliation in the G League. You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin.
Back to Mills. Beasley outside. Gortat, the pass to Carmelo. And another 3 for Golden State.
And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
Murray kicks to Tatum. Over Anthony. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Tatum.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Anthony. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Anthony's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Pass to Brogdon. We've got 1:55 left in the first half. Here's Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
Well, the size that Brogdon has at the point guard, a good job of finding somebody over the top. And Anthony Davis is just as complete a player on the offensive end as you're going to find. Great facing up, great mid-range, plays with the back to the basket. One of the things that is his best quality, Kevin, that does not get talked about much, is just how devastating he is in transition. One of the game's greatest runners and finishers. And when you play with a point guard who will advance the ball, he becomes that much more dangerous.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really, really like going at each other, don't they? Feeds to Allen. Over Anthony. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Murray. Allen's got the lead up to 1 now for Indiana.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
Beasley dishes to Evans. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Indiana. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Melo can play big down there in the paint, so using his size that time to draw the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. So he can't get either to fall. Pacers leading by 4 to the paint. And that one's good by Davis. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Tatum against Anthony to the wing right side. And here's Mills from the arc. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Mills has got 8 points.
For all the strides he's made in other parts of his game, Mills remains at his heart a dead-eye three-point shooter.
And thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw? That about...
Downtown Indianapolis glowing in the distance as we welcome you back to the action here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
Anthony Davis is out there with Allen. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Murray in at point guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Mills with it, out guarded by Murray. And the 3 ball is good. And that's 10 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Quick fire on that shot. Melo with the catch and shoot jumper. No defense for that play.
Murray kicks to Davis. Passes it to Brogdon. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Murray for 3. He can't hit that time. And Golden State will come the other way. And stolen by Tatum. And now the fast break. Brogdon with the ball. Here's Allen. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 3rd assist on the night. Warriors trail by 4.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
Beasley with a clean look. No good from outside.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
And with the way Brogdon conducts himself, some teammates call him, Greg, the president.
Yeah, he has an air about him. That he has that leadership quality and has a goal to create an NGO to alleviate poverty and hunger in developing nations. Who knows? Politics might not be out of the question for this young man.
There has to be some alteration in the game plan, but I don't think it's enough to shut down AD.
Evans against Brogdon. Here's Evans. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Inside, here's Tatum. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Pacers lead by 10.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
And let's see some numbers here on Jamal Murray. How how his last 10 games have gone. Second in assists. And how about his top 10 ranking in free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. It's Beasley on the wing. He's guarded by Davis. 3 on the clock. Evans, that's a two-pointer. And again, no good by Golden State.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Murray right side. In the corner. Tatum with it. A rebound by Gortat.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
To end the drought. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Tatum passes to Davis. That shot is off. Anthony against Tatum. And here is Anthony. And here's Evans outside. Off on that one.
Good at staying with his man. You can tell Brogdon is trying his best to shut him.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this one?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Beasley out there with Anthony. Then it's Mills. Then it's Gortat. And it's Evans in at the 2 spot. Good on the shot. 16 points for Anthony Davis.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Tatum against Anthony. Evans outside. Back to Anthony. This one for 3. And Evans the basket on the assist from Gortat.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Murray outside. And right through it goes. And the Pacers lead by 8.
Good sign of an efficient shooter there. His release is lightning quick.
Anthony kicks to Mills. And Davis sends it back. They push it up 4 on 3. Murray against Evans. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And now it's an 11-point Pacer lead. Timeout called the Warriors. We see more and more teams looking to push the tempo. Is that just a fad, or is this going to be a long-term thing?
Well, if I can play against any defense that has no ability to set up where they want to be or have the matchups with the players they want to have, Kevin, I'm going to look to take advantage. And if that happens in the first 5-6 seconds with one pass, so be it.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He said, guys, I know you've worked hard. I know you're a little tired, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath, and let's get it done. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Indiana. Brogdon the pass to Murray. Beasley against Davis. The pass to Brogdon. No good from outside. Warriors trail by 11. Anthony taking his time here. It's Beasley on the wing. Brogdon against Evans. It's tipped. Count that bucket. Evans has got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors.
Well, the D has to get better when guarding Evans from there. They contest it, but it doesn't bother them.
It's Brogdon on the wing. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. The three from Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Evans. Kicks it out to Beasley. And another three for Golden State.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
No question, it looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
On offense, here are the Warriors. They trail by 6. And the wide open shot from Evans. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And a huge bucket from Tyreke Evans. This is why his team turns to him in these kind of situations.
Shoots a fader. Good!
Well, with the game's outcome hanging in the balance, Davis does exactly what he needs to do. A gigantic shot from their big man.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 5. 24 seconds left in the game. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Beasley for 3. Allen with the rebound. And he commits the intentional foul. Here's Murray. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
There's a lot of potential left in the tank for Jamal Murray. He's able to play both guard spots, but it's that sweet jump shot that has his teammates and the coaching staff salivating about where his ceiling is.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. It was a... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.